Egypt is a land full of mysteries and surprises, and recent discoveries have only added to its allure. One such discovery is an ancient tunnel that has left archaeologists in awe. Stretching over 1,300 meters, this tunnel is believed to lead to the elusive tomb of Queen Cleopatra. Its design bears resemblance to the Greek tunnel of Jubilinus, adding to its intrigue. Just imagine the thrill and fear of descending into this newly unearthed passage. It's enough to make anyone's imagination run wild. But that's not all. Researchers from Spain have made an astonishing find as well. They have uncovered the oldest tomb in Egypt, which is aligned with the winter solstice. Located in the necropolis of Qabr el-Hawa, the tomb's entrance is perfectly positioned to face the rising sun. This remarkable tomb was intended to house a statue of Elephantia, the ruler of the city during the 12th dynasty. It is believed that the tomb belonged to a governor named Hekeben, and its arrangement reflects the concept of rebirth. The celebration of the winter solstice symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness, making it a powerful symbol associated with the resurrection of the deceased ruler in the afterlife. Egypt truly never ceases to amaze us with its extraordinary discoveries. Let's take a moment to remember Nefertiti, a remarkable figure among ancient rulers and historical figures. She not only supported her husband's reforms but also played a role in initiating them, as some Egyptologists believe. During excavations in 1912, her bust was discovered in the ancient Egyptian city of Akhetaten, which was founded by Akhenaten around 1350 BC. After the pharaoh's passing, the city was abandoned and Thebes once again became the capital. Despite being over 3,000 years old, Nefertiti's sculptural portrait is remarkably well preserved. While it has lost the uraeus that was once on her forehead and the ears and headdress are damaged, these are the only imperfections. The original layer of paint still remains, giving us a glimpse into its original state. Personally, I find it intriguing that Nefertiti's statue doesn't have a broken nose. If you're familiar with ancient art, you may have noticed that many statues often have their noses damaged. So, why is this the case? Well, there are numerous theories, but the most popular one suggests that these images, once infused with the presence of a deity, hold a certain power that can be awakened through rituals or deactivated by deliberately damaging the statue, such as breaking its nose. Recently, in the year 2020, Egyptian scientists made an intriguing and unexplained discovery. They stumbled upon coffins that stood out from the rest due to their vibrant and diverse colors. Each coffin was meticulously painted with a distinct design, creating a captivating sight. These burial chambers are estimated to be around 2,500 years old, suggesting that they belong to a specific tribe who sought to express their individuality through these extraordinary coffins. Now, if we stay on the same subject, there's another fascinating finding worth mentioning. Egyptian scientists have just announced the remarkable uncovering of numerous ancient coffins and 48 golden statues in the expansive necropolis of Saqqara, situated 30 kilometers south of Cairo. Some of these tombs even contained mummies, with one being publicly displayed during the grand unveiling. Moving on to our next story, let's delve into the well-known figure of Tutankhamun. In 1922, Howard Carter and his team made an astounding discovery in his tomb: ancient musical pipes. These pipes turned out to be the oldest surviving musical instruments of their kind, dating back centuries. Among them, one was crafted from wood and silver, while the other was made of copper and bronze. These mystical musical instruments have been associated with a series of intriguing events in modern times. These pictures showcase the discovery of a golden mummy in Egypt's largest cemetery back in 1966. More than 250 mummies were unearthed, with many belonging to the aristocracy who resided in the Bahari Oasis during the Greco-Roman era. It's no wonder they were made of gold. The crocodile holds great significance as a symbol of Sobek, the god of water who controlled the Nile floods and protected both humans and animals from evil forces. Hence, it's not surprising that the ancient Egyptians also mummified crocodiles. The crocodile tomb at Qabr el-Hawa is particularly unique, as it's the first instance where only animal mummies were discovered in a burial chamber. Typically, mummified animals and birds were part of the funerary possessions of esteemed priests. Now, let's delve into something smaller yet equally fascinating. These are known as Shabti, small figurines found in almost every burial, even among the poorest classes. These miniature sculptures representing humans were not mere coincidences. They were carefully unearthed from the darkness of the tomb. According to Egyptian beliefs, after death, individuals who had obeyed the pharaoh on earth became subjects of Osiris and were obligated to perform labor for the new sovereign. Naturally, nobody relished this prospect, so the Egyptians began to believe that by placing a small figurine in the coffin, the unfortunate individual could be spared from this fate and set free. These ritual figures, along with other treasures, were placed in tombs as messages and gifts to the god Osiris. After countless years, these statues are once again on public display alongside other exhibited artifacts. They have taken their rightful place on museum shelves, having been confined to sand tombs for centuries. What are your thoughts on this? Did the cameras capture them in motion? Are these statues truly alive, or could it be that someone has played a prank on us? Share your opinion in the comments below. Version 1. The wooden statue of copper dating back 4,500 years showcases an ancient Egyptian scribe and priest from the end of the 4th to the beginning of the 5th dynasty. Unearthed in 1860 at a necropolis in Saqqara, north of Djoser's Step Pyramid, this remarkable sculpture stands out for its incredibly realistic execution. On a different note, archaeologists have made a less exciting yet significant discovery in Egypt. They have come across a 16-meter-long papyrus that contains excerpts from the Book of the Dead. This ancient document, spanning over 2,000 years, was found in a tomb located south of Djoser's Step Pyramid in Saqqara. As per an official statement, the conservation work has been completed and efforts are underway to translate the text of the papyrus. And here's something ancient from our beloved Egypt, but this time it's a unique board game called Sekhmet. It offers a fascinating glimpse into the inner world and mindset of the ancients. The rules of Sekhmet were quite simple. The playing field consisted of an elongated board with 30 squares, and each player had different shaped pieces, usually cones and cylinders. It's somewhat similar to backgammon, where you throw dice to determine the number of moves and strategically move your pieces to reach the end before your opponent. However, in Sekhmet, instead of dice, flattened sticks were used, each with different point values on their faces. The most challenging part of Sekhmet, much like the journey of the soul to the afterlife, was the final steps. At the bottom of the board, several cells were marked with various hieroglyphs symbolizing the dangers and temptations one would encounter on the path to Osiris's judgment. Speaking of ancient Egypt, let's talk about Ramesses II, a renowned pharaoh who embarked on a long and arduous quest for his tomb. Unfortunately, after his death, his tomb was looted. To protect his mummy, the priests had to relocate it first to his father's tomb and then transport it across different parts of the world. Eventually, the hidden stash was discovered by looters and ended up in the possession of the state. In 1881, scientists unearthed the mummy of Ramesses II, allowing experts to recreate his appearance. Surprisingly, by Egyptian standards, this mighty pharaoh was considered a very handsome man. Egypt has more surprises in store for its visitors than just excavations. One such surprise is the breathtaking White Desert, a small area in the eastern Sahara. Known for its stunning limestone formations and picturesque landscapes, it offers a unique experience. Not far from the White Desert lies the contrasting Black Desert, which consists of sand dunes covered in black volcanic material. These two neighboring deserts showcase the diverse beauty of Egypt's natural wonders. Now, let me introduce you to a mummy discovered in an Egyptian oasis, but this one is unlike any other. The sarcophagus holding this mummy follows a distinct burial principle and is adorned with unique materials. Scientists are still unraveling the mystery surrounding it, but the fact that we continue to learn something new is truly fascinating. Remember when we discussed Ramesses II earlier? Well, now I want to show you his remarkable main statue, which raises many intriguing questions. If you closely examine the face of Ramesses II, you'll notice its perfect symmetry. It's astonishing to think that the ancient Egyptians achieved such precision, down to the millimeter, in their artwork. What's even more incredible is that the entire statue is carved out of granite, a rock stronger than iron. Imagine 3,000 years ago, they used primitive tools to carve the pharaoh's face into granite with such impeccable symmetry. It's truly a testament to their remarkable craftsmanship. Serapeum, the necropolis of Saqqara in Upper Egypt, is a place shrouded in mystery. There is very limited information available about it, and it seems that archaeologists are not particularly interested in exploring it further. Perhaps this is because there is an underground gallery that challenges their established theories about the dynastic history of Egypt, which is believed to be no older than 3,000 years before Christ. However, some researchers speculate that the main gallery, with its impressive granite coffins, could be over 12,500 years old. In fact, there are even claims that it dates back to the time of the Atlanteans. The tomb of Osiris in Egypt was once considered a local myth, but recent discoveries have transformed it into a significant landmark. Archaeologists have found inscriptions in an necropolis on the western bank of the Nile that confirm its existence. The tomb of Osiris follows a standard structure with a vestibule leading to several underground chambers filled with traps to deter treasure seekers and tomb robbers. Interestingly, it bears a striking resemblance to Osirian, the sanctuary of the god of rebirth, located in Abydos, one of Egypt's oldest cities. Just like Osirian, the tomb features a central sculpture of the main deity sitting atop a majestic 9-meter high staircase. The Great Sphinx, being the oldest monument on Earth, is widely recognized by all. However, despite the brilliance of scientists, the exact reason and time for the Sphinx's nose being broken still elude us. Upon closer examination and thorough study by archaeologists, it was discovered that the nose of the statue had been intentionally mutilated. Nevertheless, the true motive behind this act remains an enigma, the greatest mystery of all time. Who do you believe is responsible for this act, and what could be their reasoning? Feel free to share your own theory in the comments. In December 1932, Patrick Clayton, a skilled topographer working for the Egyptian Geological Survey, was driving across the vast dunes of the Great Sand Sea near the Sod Plateau in Egypt. Suddenly, he heard a distinct crunching sound beneath his wheels. Intrigued, he decided to investigate the source of this peculiar noise. To his astonishment, he stumbled upon crystals, or rather, sizable fragments of crystal embedded within the sand. This remarkable discovery instantly captured the attention of geologists worldwide, sparking one of the most captivating scientific enigmas of our time. How could desert sand be subjected to temperatures exceeding 3,300 degrees Fahrenheit, transforming it into glass? Not only that, but this glass took the form of immense sheets with a striking yellow-greenish hue and a perfectly round shape. To this day, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving scientists and researchers perplexed. The Great Library of Alexandria had an impressive lifespan of nearly a millennium, housing an astonishing 700,000 volumes over the course of its existence. Among these treasured texts were ancient secrets from civilizations long gone. Unfortunately, the library faced countless acts of pillaging, theft, and manuscript destruction throughout the centuries. Tragically, Julius Caesar inadvertently brought about the demise of this invaluable collection during the Civil War of 48 BC when it was accidentally set ablaze. It's truly fascinating to ponder the wealth of important and useful information that was lost. Perhaps within those lost texts lay the answers to mysteries that still captivate us today, such as the true methods behind the construction of the pyramids or the existence of extraterrestrial beings. What are your thoughts on this? Let me share with you the fascinating findings of a research conducted by scientists at the University of Egypt in 2017. During their exploration, they stumbled upon an ancient wooden prosthetic big toe. This remarkable discovery, dating back around 3,000 years, was unearthed from a female tomb located in the necropolis of Sheikh Abd el-Korna near Luxor. It is believed to be the oldest known prosthesis in the entire history of mankind. The Bahariya Oasis is home to the Valley of the Golden Mummies, a popular destination for excursions in Egypt. Situated approximately 420 kilometers away from Cairo, this ancient burial site dates back to the Greco-Roman period. The catacomb houses thousands of golden mummies, indicating that it was primarily used for individuals belonging to the middle and upper classes of society. Interestingly, the discovery of this remarkable underground funerary complex was accidental, occurring when a cart pulled by a donkey became trapped in one of its entrances. Did you know that ancient drawings, letters, and seals can be found not only on walls but also on papyrus? Yes, that's right. Papyrus holds a special place when it comes to preserving these historical treasures. However, there is one particular document that stands out among ordinary paper, and it's known as the Tully Papyrus. The origins of this papyrus remain a mystery, but its translation reveals that it dates back to around 1480 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose III. This remarkable document speaks of a mysterious event from the past, which some ufologists interpret as evidence of UFO sightings and extraterrestrial encounters. According to the text, in the 22nd year, a massive ball of fire silently appeared in the sky. It stretched an impressive 46 meters in length as it gracefully flew over the palace. The Tully Papyrus truly holds immeasurable value and continues to captivate people's imagination with its intriguing account. On November 4, 1922, archaeologists made a remarkable discovery. They stumbled upon the tomb of Tutankhamun, a tomb that had remained unknown until then. With determination, they pushed through sealed doors and navigated through the remnants left behind by looters. As they ventured further into the tomb, they found themselves traversing narrow corridors until they finally reached the burial chamber. Inside, they were greeted by a sight that took their breath away, a massive golden shrine standing over 5 meters tall. Within the innermost chamber, they discovered a quartzite sarcophagus within which lay the golden coffin of Tutankhamun and a mummy adorned with a gold mask. The mask depicted a beautiful portrait of the deceased pharaoh with striking dark blue and obsidian eyes and adorned with a dazzling collar made of colored stones. The ancient artifact known as the Rosetta Stone showcases a portion of an Egyptian granodiorite stele that bears a significant decree. This decree was responsible for establishing the worship of the young Egyptian king Ptolemy V. Epiphanes, who was only 13 years old at the time. The inscription itself dates back to 196 BC and is written in 3 different scripts: Ancient Greek, Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, and Demonic script. This remarkable artifact was discovered in the coastal town of Rosetta during Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign in 1799. Let me share with you an intriguing discovery, a hidden chamber that was unearthed in the Great Pyramid of Giza a few years back. During a visit to the pyramid, the sandy floor unexpectedly gave way, granting researchers access to this secret room. Using advanced technology, the team employed highly sensitive radar to scan the pyramid for empty spaces. Their efforts paid off when they stumbled upon a 30-meter-long and 2-meter-high chamber. Inside, they found numerous containers holding ancient scrolls. To preserve the delicate scrolls, the researchers wisely refrained from opening the containers, ensuring their protection. This ancient papyrus was discovered in Wadi al-Yarf. Scholars believe that it dates back to the time when Kufu, the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Egypt, also known as Cheops, ruled. The papyrus provides valuable insights into the organization of the state, the daily routines of pyramid builders, and the methods used to transport construction materials from the port to Giza. In front of you stands an impressive figure, towering at 2 meters tall, seated on a majestic throne. The statue of the goddess Sekhmet exudes a sense of pride, with her straight posture and hands crossed on her lap. Despite the damage to her face, she still manages to leave a lasting impression and radiates an aura of supernatural power. The museum staff never fails to captivate visitors with incredible tales about the statue of Sekhmet. Interestingly, during full moons, a mysterious red puddle materializes on the goddess's granite lap, only to vanish by morning, leaving behind a faint trace. Scientifically, this phenomenon remains puzzling, but archaeologists have been unearthing countless papyri from the ancient Egyptian city of Oxyrhynchus for over a century. These papyri contain a wide range of writings, from religious and dramatic texts to various commercial documents, both legal and illicit. Among these treasures, a significant number are Paleo-Christian manuscripts, including Gospels, hymns, and prayers. Furthermore, numerous copies of ancient literary works have been discovered, some of which are found nowhere else. In 1825, the British Egyptologist James Burton stumbled upon a tomb that has now been rediscovered. This remarkable burial site has been officially named KV5 and is currently recognized as the largest tomb ever found in the Valley of the Kings. The pyramids have always been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Even today, their construction remains an enigma that baffles experts. However, scientists have taken it a step further by posing even more intriguing questions about these ancient structures. They suggest that the Pyramid of Kufu possesses a unique ability to concentrate energy. This remarkable pyramid can disperse, absorb, and reflect radio waves spanning a distance of 200 to 600 meters. I'm not sure about you, but I'm starting to believe more and more that the Egyptians had a wealth of knowledge that we may not fully comprehend. Take, for instance, the recent discovery that Tutankhamun's dagger was crafted from meteorite iron. This is just one example among many. The ancient Egyptians utilized meteorite metal to fashion ceremonial tools and decorative pieces, showcasing their remarkable craftsmanship. It's fascinating to think that they were working with this material long before the Iron Age even reached Europe. Additionally, they incorporated extraordinary stones whose origins remain a mystery. In the ancient city of Alexandria, Egypt, a colossal black granite sarcophagus was unearthed during archaeological excavations at a depth of 5 meters. It possessed a rather peculiar shape. The sarcophagus was incredibly weighty, and its lid was meticulously placed and secured with some sort of mortar. Once news of this discovery spread across the internet, eerie rumors began to circulate about the contents within the sarcophagus, giving rise to various speculations. The local residents were genuinely concerned about the possibility of plague, viruses, and even ancestral curses. When the sarcophagus was finally opened, a dreadful and repugnant odor permeated the air around it. The stench was so overpowering that work had to be halted, and the sarcophagus was left open for an hour to allow the smell to dissipate to some extent. Inside, it was discovered that the sarcophagus was nearly half filled with a reddish-brown sludge. Gradually, the liquid was drained, revealing the bones resting at the bottom. To this day, no scientist has been able to ascertain the nature of the mysterious fluid, how it came to be there, or its potential purpose.